Hey you guys, in this video I am going to be tapping and scratching and making all sorts of sounds with 10 different really unique cell phone cases, starting with this one. I've been wanting to make this video since I put out the no talking version. I got all excited about the Nail Olympics, so there's been a bit of a gap between the no talking version and the talking, but here we are. So yeah, the other day I went and I purchased 10 different cases, and I tried to get like the most unique that I could find in terms of sound and look. So starting off with this one. I did not know until the no talking version what this was, but you guys explained it in the comment section. Is it called Squid Games? I can't remember. I'm probably saying it wrong. Probably saying it really wrong. Sorry. I've never seen it, but I've heard of it. So I didn't realise what it was when I purchased it. But it's got these little kind of bubbles sticking out with different like people's faces. This is 101. I'm sure all of this makes sense when it comes to that show. I really like the inside of it as well. It looks like contact lenses or something, but it's like concave here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. So in the no talking version of this, I had you guys vote on your favourite case, and I told you that the winning case would get its very own video. When we get to that case, the winner, I will tell you what it was from the no talking version. If you want, let's do this. You guys can vote in this video too. And if there's a different winning case, I'll do a video of that case as well. And what I was wanting to do is like take the case and do like use different items on it to make different sounds. They do a whole video with that like case as the featured item. I really like that. So we're going to call this case number 1, and what you can do is in the comments just write the number of the case that you like the most, based on like whatever you want based on, really. I mean, I assume ASMR, so the sounds, the sights, the way it makes you relax, or you just love it, you know. Usually with ASMR it's the sounds and sights, but you can choose your favourite and just write 1 through 10. Just write the number in the comment section. You don't have to write anything with it, just 3, for example, and I will know, and I'll count up your votes in 1 week from the day this goes out. So your vote will count if you write it in the comments up until 1 week after this goes out. And liking someone else's comment doesn't count as like a separate vote, FYI. It's actually like write your the winner for you in the comments. So they look like, let's see, this face, person maybe, face, person. What does that say? 067 101. I assume that many of you actually know the meaning of all of these. Have any of you watched that show? I won't say it again because I'm like 50% certain I'm wrong of the name. Yeah, they look like little contact lenses. I've heard that a lot of people really love this show. I think the most I've ever heard anything about it was on a YouTube channel called The Try Guys. If you guys are familiar with The Try Guys, they're hilarious. I love their channel. I seriously watch almost all of their videos. It's so funny. And they did like an entire video dedicated to like this show, and it was like a game, and they had like, I don't know, a certain number of people like competing against each other. So they were kind of like playing off that show. That's like the only thing I've ever actually heard about it though. So you'll have to tell me if it's something you love. I would like to know. Have any of you guys watched The Try Guys before? My favourite like show kind of that they do on their channel is their cooking competitions between the 4 of them. There's 4 guys and they try things together. That's the idea. And the mixture of their 4 personalities is just gold. It's gold. It's so funny. They're all so different, but they just work together perfectly. And so their cooking competitions are my favourite. They're like really well edited. They're so funny. The editors are like hilarious. Let's go to our second case. So this is number 1, okay? Let's place you over here. Number 2. This one has a real scratchiness to it around these like little stars. This one has like a nice kind of squeaky scratch around these like stars and butterflies and moon. There's like a almost like a metal bit that like it's kind of 3D, like it pops up. There are 2 white butterflies, a moon, like a crescent moon, and then a full moon, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Did I get that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stars. 2 blue stars, 2 of these kind of peach coloured stars, and this yellow star. It's a pink colour, kind of pink peach, and there's, you can see these little glitter pieces throughout the case, and these little stars and crescent moon glitter bits that, like, kind of, you could see like rainbow designs in them when the light hits them correctly. Oh, this is interesting. The butterflies are like in the case, like they're inside, whereas these are on the outside. What about the moon? Oh, the moon is in there too. You can kind of, it's sticking out because it's, yeah, you can feel that it's in there, but like it's inside the top of the case, whereas these are like on top, and this one's, huh, that's interesting. This is feeling like it's on the inside also, actually. But these have a nice grittiness around the edges of the star design that are clearly on the outside of the case. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, what is that? Is that the moon? Oh, it's just like it's not an actual moon. I see. It's actually another crescent moon in a star, sort of, but in a circle shape. It looks like. You see what I mean? Okay, the inside of this case is really nice. It's got these like geometric shapes going on, to like cubes upon cubes. Have you guys ever heard of an artist called MC Escher? MC Escher. This kind of reminds me of his artwork. His artwork is like the kind of, it's like he's drawing these things, but they look like you could walk into them. They're like 3D, 4D, I don't know what you call it. It's like, it looks like it has dimension to it when it's really just on a flat piece of whatever canvas or book page. And this reminds me of that. Like, it looks like you could just like walk, like there's stairs you could walk up, and MC Escher does things where like he plays with your eyes and your mind, where you see some stairs going up and over, but then you realize from another direction it looks like those stairs are going up instead of down. It's super interesting, really creative, and really fun to look at. You could like stare at his artwork for a long time. I think I've just mainly seen like books filled with his artwork, so you can like just flip the pages, almost like a, you know, like a table book that like is kind of entertaining to look through, that people have on the coffee tables. I remember I've seen his artwork as like when I was really little. I don't know why. Maybe I had like a book on him or something. Yeah, he's like really unique. Not abstract, it's just like you're looking at it, and it's like you're looking into this, in a scene almost. You like can create a scene where your eye follows so many different things, and it's like it has dimension to it when it really doesn't. It's amazing that he can do that. Like, it seems to be like pencil, you know, something. So it's MC, like the initials, I think, MC, and then Escher. I don't know how the last name is spelled. MC Escher. it on this side and this side, because we are currently doing what we call a nail Olympics on this channel, which means one side is competing against the other. These are fake nails, these are my natural nails. If you would like to watch those and vote on your favourite, they're up right now. The tapping, like we're just kind of like messing around. There's like a tapping event, a scratching event, the Olympics, but between nails. So you can vote on which one you think took the gold. The scratching one currently is still in its voting phase. Like 48 hours after I put out the video approximately is when I give the results. I like this one. I like the theme. I like that it has little crescent moons. And I like the texture. It's super scratchy. So in the Olympics videos, like I'll use one item, for example, and I'll scratch with my fake nails and then with the natural. And I do several items so you can compare and choose which one you think won overall. It's kind of like, when you have like the event is like gymnastics or something, and you've got like several events within the gymnastics. Like you might have like the bars, the parallel bars, whatever they're called, or like the tumbling routine, the little run, jump over the thing. I clearly know what I'm talking about. So each item is like a different event within the larger event. Let me just tuck one of these little jingly guys in so it doesn't fall too much. I love the little jingles, but I don't want it to be like bang, bang all the time on that. So, tucking it in a bit. This part is like matte right here. Curious what? Oh, it's like raised. Okay, this portion here is raised just a bit above this like kind of glossy, transparent portion. Oh, itchy nose. Okay. Let's grab our third case. Actually, here the edge. It's nice actually. I haven't gotten to the edge yet. Let's listen to the edge for a moment. It's very smooth, soft and smooth. Let's grab our next case. Okay, this one is pretty like straightforward, serious case. But I love the scratchy quality of the ridges on the sides here and here. And this is like kind of like a squeaky scratchy. This part opens up, but I'll get that in a bit. Look at the inside of this one. Kind of has that same idea going on where the design sort of gives it dimension. Looks like you're looking into something. Are any of you guys artists? Do any of you guys do any kind of unique art? Like art in the sense of drawing, painting, visual art? I have another question. Do any of you guys have Etsy shops? Shops on Etsy? I don't think I've ever shared this on the channel before. I've told everyone that's joined me on Patreon, most people at least, that joined me on Patreon, I do this thing where I ask, like, tell me 5 things about yourself, like 5 unique things about yourself, and I love getting to know people that way on Patreon. So I tell them, like, if you tell me 5 things about yourself, I will write back to you 5 things about myself. And I'm going to give one away now. But I used to have an Etsy shop. I had an Etsy shop for like maybe 2.5, 3, well, maybe longer. Maybe I was active on it even 4 years. But I really was active on it for 2 years, like all the time. I won't give more details because the other details I'll leave that for being with me on Patreon, because I want to keep it special. But yeah, I share 5 things about myself if they share 5 things. If you guys share 5 things with me, and that's one of them that I give more detail on there. So yeah, do any of you guys have Etsy shops? Etsy, if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's ETSY. It's a shop, online shop for handmade art of all kinds. Handmade art of all kinds. Tons of really cool things that you can get on there. Very unique gifts for people, not just unique artwork, unique everything. It's a really, really cool website. I haven't been on there for a long time. Okay, so the other day I was talking to some friends and I was reminded of a really funny story that happened when I was younger, and I was like, oh my gosh, I need to tell everyone this story. It's such a good story. And I know you guys always have, for some reason, it's really cute, it's really sweet. I like that you like my stories. I tell them naturally. I don't know why. It may be because I'm Italian that I tell stories, but I don't know. So I'm glad you like it, or at least most of you. Sorry if you don't. Let's open this up first. I don't know if I'm going to get it with my little nail. See, I want to use the. Let's grab something for this. I'm looking around me. I think this ring might do the trick. Isn't this a cute ring? Do you see this? It's got a little north, south, west, east like that on it. Compass. Kind of hard to see, but let's see if this will pop it open. Okay, that got loud, so I had to edit that out. But this is what the little bit looks like that holds it up. If you want to hold your phone up when you're like watching something, it's nice to have that, I think. I've never had something on the back of my phone like that, for either holding it or standing, but it's good. Okay, so this is a story to preface, I did not go on that many dates when I was young, okay? But this is one of like the only dates that I probably went on, I think. And boy, is it memorable. Okay, so the boy asked me on a date. I said yes. I think I had known him for quite some time. And I think I had like a crush on him for quite some time. And so I was pretty pumped that he had asked me on a date. But yeah, it wasn't really like, I just didn't go, I just didn't do that often. It's not like my thing, you know. I didn't know what was going on. But I did know that I was interested in him, and I was like excited for him to come pick me up, so he comes. First thing that like went wrong was that he was super late, and he was driving to pick me up, and he was super late. And when he arrived, he looked like he had seen a ghost, in that sense of like he was just like shocked or something. So I remember that, and I knew him. I had known him like as a friend, sort of, for some time. Like, so like I knew something was wrong. So like I get in the car with him, and he's like, I was like, how are you? You look a little like spooked. Oh well, you look like something's wrong. Are you okay? And he's like, on the way here, I got into an accident. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry you got into an accident. Are you okay? Like, oh my gosh, you can just, we can reschedule. Like, that's kind of traumatic. Are you okay? Was it like a big thing? He starts to tell me. He's like driving like, it's like shaking almost. Oh my gosh, this poor guy. Like, let's reschedule this. I feel that you need to, you know, rest, be calm down, something. And he's like, no, it's okay. And I was like, okay. So he's like, I'm like, what happened? He's like, you know, I was turning the corner onto like your street, and I ran into, like, he was like making a right turn, and there's a street, was it a sign, or was it is either a street sign or like a street, you know, there's like, maybe like a telephone pole. No, it couldn't have been a telephone pole. It must have been some kind of street sign. Because he turned right, and maybe because I think he was just nervous, right? Because he's like going to pick a girl up on a date, so like makes a right turn, accidentally does it too hard of a turn, hits the sign, knocks the sign over. Doesn't just hit it, dent it, knocks it over. So I was like, oh man, that's really rough. I'm so sorry that happened. He's like, yeah, but you know what? The worst part is a policeman was there in his car right when I did it. Like, he saw me hit the sign, knock it over, then came over and proceeded to give me a ticket for it. And I was like, oh, that was rough. And then it got like much more rough. I'm very sorry. That's like bad timing, bro. I'm really sorry. So he hit the thing. It's like nighttime too. I remember it was very dark out. Like, it was like, it must have been the season where it was dark early. It must have been like the fall or something like that, because it's not like he was picking me up that late. He was picking me up to go to eat dinner together. And like, but it was dark out by the time he got there, and of course he was late because these things happened. And he had like, I don't remember like too many, it was quite a while ago, but I just remember like no, I wasn't laughing at him, but like, I'm a person that if that happened to me, I would be dying laughing. Okay, so this is not because of him. Like, when multiple things go wrong, it's the funniest thing in the world to me. Like, physical comedy like gets me. So like, him turning a corner, hitting that, and then a poor guy, policeman's there watching him do this, gives him a ticket, And then he has to go on a first date, and we're little, we're like young, you know. Like he probably had started driving like within the last year or two. So then like we go on the date, and I remember like it was super awkward, not fun at all, just like really awkward. And I think he was just shaken up, but also he was maybe just a little bit uncomfortable, you know, as a first date. And I told myself for years, if you ever go like on dates, don't get delicate food. That's just get, you know, just eat whatever you want. Don't worry about it. So I purposely ordered like, I think it was like, I want to say like chicken fingers. It's something I had to eat with my hands, and like, you know, it's kind of messy. But I told myself, just go for it. Don't be delicate about this. Let's just get whatever you want. Make it. It can be sloppy, no problem. So I remember that part of it, just like eating like, and him being awkward, and I was probably knowing myself trying to like make him feel better. Like, it's okay. Do you need to go? What can I do to help you? Do you need water? Like I could see. So then we like, I at this point, like, I didn't understand all that he was going through, because I had never had that happen, and I didn't know like feeling of after being in an accident, you don't want to drive, you know. You really don't want to. I'm just going to switch phones real quick, and I'll continue the story. Okay, this next one is, should I tell you? Okay, I'm going to tell you. I don't want to influence you, but this was the favourite from the no talking version. By the way, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we're on, this one's number 4 for voting purposes. Okay, and it's got the, what's going on here? It's like a flower butterfly situation, I'd say. But I'm going to actually move the mic down for a moment, because I want to rub this on the mic a bit for you, so hang on 1 second. So I've brought the mic in closer, as you can see here, because I want the fluffiness to be heard. I'm going to put it on the mic. If you like that sound, I just put out like 2 videos recently. One no talking, one talking. And they're all like different brushes on the mic. They sound similar to this. I've done like, I got like a whole set of like makeup brushes, and played with them on the mic. Okay, so the story's not finished. Poor guy. Okay, so then we eat our meal. Oh, I think I remembered what I ordered. I think it was like little miniature tacos. It was like, you know, like the thing that that's what it was. I was actually told you should order chicken fingers because it's going to be the most easy thing to eat, not messy. That's what it was. And I was like, I don't like chicken fingers, and I don't want to be delicate. I want to like get to know the person, like they should see me eat, like. So I specifically ordered something that would be the most awkward to eat. I don't know why I chose that to do that, but I remember being intentional about it. Yeah, so I ordered little tacos. Okay, I'm going to move the mic back. Okay. I've just kind of popped the mic back there. But we'll listen to the other sounds of this case now, as we finish the story. So I ordered tacos, which made it so that I'd have to like full blown turn my head to the side. and then like take a bite and just like stuff falling everywhere, you know. I guess I was really adamant about that. Okay, so we finish, we leave, we're walking to the car, and that's when I can't remember exactly. I want to say he asked me to drive home in his car. I want to say that like epic ending was that he actually asked me, would you be willing to drive me home? Poor guy. And I was like, yeah, sure, no problem, like it's okay, I get it. I guess that must have been really scary, like you're probably shaken up, and you know, I hadn't experienced that before. But it was very clear that like he didn't want to drive, he was like scared to drive. So we went back to my home, but I drove us home, and the funniest part was that we're driving home. We're going up this hill, the hill that goes up to like where you turn right onto the street and down, and then there's my family's home. So we're going up the hill. Suddenly I just see on the side the sign just crumpled over, and again for some reason I don't have a great picture of the sign. I don't know why. It's a long time ago, but like it's crumpled over on the sign. I was just like, is that the and he's like, yeah, that's the pole that I knocked down. Like, okay, sorry. So we drove right past it, you know. Poor guy. It's like the ultimate embarrassing date for him. And yeah, he never called me again. We never went on another date. I don't remember. I don't recall ever. Maybe he called again or something, but we never went on another date after that. I don't remember precisely why. So yeah, such a good story. I feel so bad for him, but hopefully looking back it's funny to him also. The inside of this has like this really interesting texture to it, almost like tiny lines. It's plastic obviously, but it's like super flexible. Like the rest of these are not as flexible as this one. I'm just going to pop in this next to the mic so you can hear the kind of velvety like sound. Little puff. I guess I feel like this would come off very easily. Do you like hold this? I feel like it would kind of, maybe if you did like something like that, when you're using it. So yeah, this took the win in the no talking version, so I'll do a whole video of this one, and when you guys vote on this video I will do a video on another case if a different one wins. If this one wins, I'll just do it on this one. Now this is like not attached here, but this is quite firmly attached, and same with these. I don't know if that's like purposeful that these are all not attached and just the like top wings, or if they just like came off it, but there's not like any like glue marks or anything, so I think it's kind of supposed to be like that. Let's go to the next. This is definitely one of my favourites. I'll just just let you take a look at that for a moment. So when I first purchased this, I thought this was a pizza. Like from a distance, I thought I saw pizza and like a baguette. I didn't look super closely. I just loved that it had all these like big details on it. And yeah, but when I looked closer, I realised, well, everything's like kind of breakfast foods. So this is probably some kind of like tart or something. Is it supposed to be like what kind of, what is it? It's like French pastries, the croissant, maybe a French breakfast situation. This is actually like a little egg, I think, like the yolk, I think. I don't know. It's got this little like nest-like situation. Maybe this is not an egg. I know that one is. Although it kind of has the shape of an avocado, but yeah, it's an egg on toast, I think. Some roll, the waffle. I love the waffle. Little loaf of bread, baguette, croissant, and maybe someone can tell me. Initially, I thought that was like a little, I don't know. You know, they're like eggs that like tap and the yolk comes out kind of thing. But yeah, the rest of it is transparent, as you can see, and it's got kind of some silver glittery bits all throughout the case. I'm like trying to look at this pie or tart closer. Is it a quiche? Could it be a quiche? What do you think? It's like these little red bits with like a black dot on the top. In all the different bakeries that they have, like in France, they do have lots of like pastries and beautiful different kind of tarts and things like this, so maybe that's what it is. If you want to see any videos of like the streets of Paris, I got the opportunity to visit Paris last month or two, and once prior to that as well, like within 9 months ago, something like that. Anyway, I did videos walking through this area of Paris that my friends live in, and it's so like magical. And I did a tapping through Disneyland Paris video as well. We went to Disneyland in Paris and I did a whole tapping and scratching through the park. I did a no talking version, just all tapping, scratching. Then I did a talking version where it's like sharing more parts of the park and rides and things, and tapping and scratching, kind of a mixture of both. I like this side too. It's just got that really nice high-pitched tap. I think my neighbours are, the little ones are making some noise. Sorry about that. I usually just edit it out, but I'm kind of in the zone. No, I'm going to have to edit it out. Okay, hold on. Okay. We'll see if they quiet down or if I have to take a filming break. Underneath me, like 2 stories below me, there are 2 twin boys that look to be about 3-4 years old, and then the family has a little girl who's probably about 1 years old. So yeah, if you want to see, I did a video at the Eiffel Tower. I tapped and scratched on the Eiffel Tower. If you scroll back on my videos like 2 months ago, there's tons of different France videos, and I show some of just like bits and pieces of the streets of France. You can see some of the beautiful bakeries. It's just unbelievable. The fresh bread is so delicious. What is your favourite breakfast? If you could eat anything for breakfast, what's your favourite breakfast? I'm very curious. Do you like waffles? Do you like a French breakfast with some bread and cheese, yogurt and fruit? Do you like eggs, toast? Whatever this is. Do you might have like a really special breakfast where you live, your country. In Egypt, there's this really delicious breakfast, very, very delicious Egyptian breakfast. Usually includes something called foul. Foul is a type of bean. I'm trying to think what it is in English. Foul. I know it and I can't remember. Fava bean? Is it fava bean? I think it might be fava beans. And you put different spices and salts and oils in it. It's delicious, and you dip it. You use like a really nice bread, flat bread that you dip in it, and then you can add something called ta'amiyya, which is like in English, or well, I mean, we might say falafel. Maybe you're familiar with the word falafel. It's like that. It's like this really delicious mixture of I think ta'amiyya has garbanzo beans inside and some other ingredients. I don't know all the ingredients inside, I can't remember, but then they're like boiled up and you fry it, and it's really delicious. And then you have like a sauce with it called tahina. Tahina is like made with a sesame seed paste and usually some kind of acid, so some vinegar or some lemon, and water. You make the mix, it makes a really nice dip. It's so delicious. Yeah, and then like sometimes like on the side, like some slices of like some vegetables, some like some tomatoes or some cucumber, like maybe sliced on the side. Oh, and the other thing that's delicious is bidingam. So eggplant. In English it's called eggplant, but it's called in Arabic and Amiyya, the language here in Egypt, it's called bidingam. It's so delicious. You like mix it with like tomatoes, eggplant, maybe some different like chilies. You kind of like mix it together into like a dip. It goes so well inside of your like sandwich with like the bread, a bit of like ta'amiyya, yani falafel, بعدين some tahina, and yeah, you can add in the bidingam. It's so good. Add in the eggplant. That's a really like traditional Egyptian breakfast. And then you can have foul, the bean with it also. But I'm usually like, I can't eat both. Like a lot of people eat both, but I can do like one of them for breakfast. For me, I'd say my favourite thing to eat for breakfast is definitely not breakfast food, not traditional breakfast food in the US. I would say I would love to eat when I wake up like pasta or pizza. I like a burrito. if I'm really hungry, like usually when I first wake up, like I'm not very hungry, and maybe I would dance or something like that. So I eat like some protein and like dance or something, protein, and like a few hours later I'd be really hungry, and that's when I want like pasta, pizza, or burrito, something like this, like full meal. Okay. And I'm not gonna lie, I really like having ice cream for breakfast. Not like as my breakfast, but like I'll eat like some protein, because my body is kind of weird and I need to have protein before I can even have any kind of sugar. So like I get protein out, have that, and then like I'll have like some ice cream, light breakfast, like it's light, refreshing. I love ice cream. Okay, this is one of my favorites in terms of how it looks and sounds. I'm so excited for you to hear it. So like crisp, 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 crisp. And it's got this beautiful like fake marbling look with like blues and purples and golds, white. Very pretty to me. I like it. We've got some nice foam on the back of this one, which we will make some sounds with in a moment. But for now, I'm going to lay it flat. And then this portion here is gold as well, in colour. The sides are black, and the buttons for the volume are gold. Oh, maybe this is the volume, sorry. This looks like the on and off button. Yeah. So I'm going to be travelling to the US soon, just for a few weeks. It will not be a long trip, but I'm really hoping I can do some Target walkthroughs for you guys, tapping through Target. In fact, I have something coming your way soon. I hope I'm able to do it. I'm trying to put all of my Target walkthroughs together into like one video. Friend was kind of helping me with that. This was my friend's idea. They said they had the idea to put like certain kinds of videos that I've made like together as a group and like put it up as a very long video. And I was like, ooh, Target walkthroughs. Target walkthroughs are some of you, my subscribers' favorites, right? So let's do that. So like we got them all together. And I'm going to try to do that for you at some point. So it'll be like a whole video, just like all the Target walkthroughs I've ever done. The no talking ones, I think. Yeah, it's the no talking. But I could do the talking ones as a group as well, I guess. Or maybe did I put them all in there? I don't know. I'll have to look and see. I'm pretty sure that it was like going to be a group of all the no talking ones. We should do the talking ones too, if that works. Okay, so the inside of this case is kind of a black matte finish. It's really good. Nice. Whenever I wear this shirt, I don't know why, but I feel like I'm in the circus. There's something that makes me feel like I'm in the circus when I wear it. What's that like? Yeah, is it like the like trainer for the elephants, and is that why I feel like that? I don't know. If I were voting, I think this would be the one I would vote for. So yeah, this is number 6, by the way. This one was 5. I didn't really say the number when I did it, but this is 5, okay? And this is 6. I'm gonna do back. Actually, if I hold it up there. Let's do this one. These are my natural nails. See how they have a pretty different sound? It's interesting doing the nail Olympics because it's kind of cool because sometimes these are like a plastic fake nail. Sometimes they just sound so good on certain things, but sometimes the natural kills it. They're just better sounding. Depends on the item and what it is that you're doing, but I like the sound of the natural nail here, but for me there's something about this sound that just, oh, I love it. I'm so glad these have not broken yet because I have 2 more events to film. But thankfully tapping and scratching are already up on the channel. Those are the ones that I would be didn't want to break a nail for. That's always the concern with the natural nails, they break often and you get different lengths and you have to keep updating them 3 times a week. You have to kind of redo them to maintain and help them to not break. Whereas these you just pop on, they're on for a week, 2 weeks, easy. There are pros and cons to both. These are matching quite well out today. So yeah, looks kind of like a crystal or something, the way that the lines are moving about. There was a walkthrough of an Egyptian store that I did one time that had beads and some jewellery pieces and these crystals and rocks and gems and things. That had one that I feel reminds me of this. This case is reminding me of that particular crystal. I think it was. It's purple. It was half of a rock, and inside was all purple crystals, something like that. Beautiful, unbelievable, amazing. You could open up a black rock and find that kind of beauty inside. So yeah, you can see that my natural nails are not quite as long as the fake, but I'm really surprised they did good. Part of the reason they grew out so long without breaking is because they were covered by the fake nails though, so they kind of protected them as they grew. Otherwise, for sure, one of these would be down, 1, 2, just knocked out. I'm starting to pack for my trip to the US. and I'm like going to, you know how I probably, maybe some of you have heard this before, I've shared it many times, but if you're new to the channel you might not know, and welcome by the way if you are new. I love that so much, so happy that you're here. But basically my friends and I in the US, we do this thing called like clothing exchanges, where we don't usually buy clothes, we just like once a year get together, bring all the clothes we don't want anymore or that we've kind of gotten bored of, and we just like put them in piles of like shirts, dresses, shoes, jewellery, etc. And we shop from each other's clothes for free. You know, we just like hang out, have some snacks together and like try on clothes all night. It's the most fun thing. I love it so much. And like, you know, like I may have worn something for like 1 or 2 years, something like here and there, right? And I'm like, it's not as special anymore to me, but like to someone else, it's new and special, and they can wear it for another 2 years, and then it can be swapped to another person. And so I'm actually bringing some clothes back with me in my suitcases to give to my friends that I'm like, I'm not wearing this, so let's do our clothing exchange. We won't do like a big one, but that'd be fun if we did. But yeah, one of my best friends is there. She like loves that when we do those. So I was like, do you want me to bring some clothes back from Egypt? She's like, yes. Going to go into the next one. Let's do just a bit of tapping here before we move on to our next case. Okay. Number 7. Number 7 has this nice little jingly handle, and I just like the sounds that it makes. It's kind of transparent plastic, and same with the outer part of the case. It's got some crescent moons, some stars, shooting stars. As you can see, as it moves, it's got different colours that show up in it. Okay, so I actually added like a bit of white noise just now. You can probably hear that, like, the air conditioner. I added that because like there's a good amount of outside noise that's coming, so hopefully that can kind of create a sound in the back that's consistent, but it will drown out some of those outside noises. Looks very like pink, kind of like purple from this angle. Is it because it's reflecting me? No, it just is. That's really pretty the way it's going like purple and blue there. Yeah, so it's got this foam bit, so we can play with that a little bit. So this is number 7. Don't worry, at the end I will show you the numbers of each one again, so you can remember. And some of you are very sweet and often do timestamps, which is like, it's so sweet of you. You can see see the yellows, greens, blues, oranges, pinks, purples that are coming out. Okay, let's pop out the styrofoam. I don't know, is this styrofoam? Kind of foam? Not sure. Not every single one of these cases came with the styrofoam piece. The store that I purchased these at was like a cell phone shop that had tons and tons of different cases, and one time I walked in there and I was like, okay, I want to buy cases to make a video, but they were going to charge me like a significant amount for each one. I was like, that's crazy, no, like, because I'm a foreigner, they were trying to increase the price. And I didn't have a lot of time at that moment to like go into the whole bargaining thing, and I was with a friend, so I just kind of left it. But then the next time I was there, I decided to take some time and actually look through them and choose a bunch of them, and hope that like in getting a group of them, they would give a discount. And this time I did have my friend with me again, but we like had more time. This time we weren't as rushed. So together we were able to ask them to give a deal. My friend helped me. I think because my friend was purchasing something there too, so that kind of helped, you know. And because I was getting like 10 of them. So anyway, they don't like come in boxes, they're just like sitting against the wall. So they're not like they didn't come like all nice in a box with the little this, that and the other thing. So not all of them have this. Nice that they were able to like try to give us a deal for purchasing so many of them. But you guys keep asking for more of these. I'm glad you like this idea. I'll go back to that store again, and hopefully I just like all the different types of these videos. Like they really remind me of if any of you know, you probably do. She's one of the largest and longest ASMR channels out there. Gentle Whispering, Maria. So sweet, so sweet. I mean, I don't know her personally, but you could just, she's like a sweetheart. Anyway, years ago, when I first started watching ASMR, she did this video. I think, I want to say she was like doing it because she was celebrating maybe hitting 250,000 subscribers, and she had all these cards, like a stack of cards, and they were all these like pop-up kind of 3D cards, you know, that gave like lots of different sounds and visual interest, and she just talked about them and described them. When I do videos like this, like that's what is inspiring me. That video is what inspires videos like this. I've actually done some videos with different cards like that, and because I just really loved that video, so like inspired by Maria's videos, and I feel like this one is too, in a way. It's a different kind of item, but like they all have like a unique bit to them, and sounds. So that's what always reminds me of. maybe watch Gentle Whispering, Maria's channel. She's got a much slower pace, like she's a very, very, very like calm, slow ASMR. And she's got lots of great role plays. She's very creative. She just has like a really sweet voice and sweet demeanour and a calming presence, I think I would say. And I think she's got probably, a million plus 2 million subscribers or something like this. And I think I've been watching her since she had maybe 150,000 subscribers, something like that. Maybe like 7 years ago, something like that. Maybe longer, because I watched her channel before I ever started a channel. Maybe even 8 years ago. Another one of my favourite videos of hers, you might know, she did this video where she had like all these different purses. Similar idea, like I like the idea of like multiple items with, they done like the same thing with different sounds, and like she's talking about them, describing them. But she did it like it's like a, you know, like those channels on TV where you're like selling things. Like she did it kind of like that. It's another one of my favourites of hers. But I do find over time, as I found other channels, that I'm much more drawn to fast ASMR. I get tingles from it, I don't know why, but I'm just drawn to it. So that's obviously the style that I do, fast ASMR. I'm fairly haphazard, as in like playing with this chain, super random. So I haven't watched her channel in a while, but it's like has a special place in my heart, you know. Okay, let's pull this out. Ooh, kind of separated into 2 pieces. That's cool. Okay. Watch this. Do you see this? Let's see if it will separate. Oh my gosh, that was amazing. I wish I could do that many times. That sounded so good. So there's 2 pieces in here. Okay. The inside is very shiny. This is kind of nice. I kind of like it more like matte like this. I feel like this side looks very like scratched up. Could be because it just is sitting in the store for so long. But I imagine it would get scratched up. If it has gotten scratched up, like in general, maybe it has a, you know, not the best quality surface here. But this is like quite nice. It's like a sunset or something. Sunset. 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 It's beautiful. The golden colour that's being reflected is so pretty. to number 8. I think this is the one everyone kept calling Mermaid in the no talking version. Because it looks like a mermaid tail, yeah. So I had like numbered all of the cases in the no talking version. At the beginning of each new cell phone case, I put like a number in the corner so people could just write the number. But people still sometimes like just wrote the description, and I was like, which one's the mermaid one? Like I hadn't looked at them while I was reading the comments and like adding up codes, so I could not remember. But this is clearly a mermaid tail. Okay. So yeah, do me a favour, because then I don't know the number associated to it always. Like if I saw a description, I'd be like, I don't know which number that is, you know. So do me a favour and just write the number of the cell phone case if you vote. Number 8. So it has this like little bit here. So I guess you can like hold your phone while typing and doing what you're doing. It's got a little keychain bit here, so you can attach it to something. It's nice. It's also got that like iridescent quality where you just see tons of colours in it as it reflects the light in different spots. Okay, so it's got that like what I was calling an MC Escher design on the inside from the other phone that had this. The cubes. Tracing's a bit difficult when you're looking into the camera and doing it essentially like backwards. Like a little bridge. Kind of like a faux leather feel to it. If you look at the back, you can kind of see. It's a bit hard to see, but mermaid tail. Okay, let's like move this back down. It's kind of got like a little knob here that you can kind of move and then just pull and it will pop into place like that. I like remembering Maria's channel, and when I first watched it, trying to think of some of the other channels that I watched when I first started watching ASMR. I really loved a channel called Terra D ASMR, like T-E-R-R-A space D-I space ASMR, I believe. Terra D ASMR. She had some really, really great hair play videos that I loved to watch, and she had really long hair. Beautiful long hair, and she had a friend with beautiful long hair, and they do hair videos, and I really liked her like shoe videos a lot too, because she has tons of shoes that are like really unique, and she did lots of tapping on them, she walked in them, like those were some of my favourites of hers. And then the other channel that I really loved in the beginning, and I still really like, sometimes I go back to these videos, some of my favourites, Whispers Unicorn? Is that the name? She also did some really good like back scratching with a friend of hers. And the friend was like super cute and quirky, and it was like fun to watch them interact with each other. They were like best friends. Same thing as Tara the ASMR's channel, we're best friends. So like they start chit-chatting and it's super relaxing. It's like super natural ASMR, you know. I am missing ASMR Twins. It's a more recent channel, but they've stopped putting videos out. They're actual twins, really long hair. They just like would talk to each other and like scratch each other's backs and brush each other's hair. It's like the best to me. But yeah, in the beginning, other channels, of course, Minx Laura. I love Minx Laura. Minx Laura's my favourite channels. She does great. I love her tapping so much, and I love her voice and her sweet personality. It's just like I love her. I love you, Laura. So sweet. Anyway, I love her channel, and that's been like from the beginning when I found her channel. I've continued to go back to her channel, and of course, this is another recent one for me though. But I love my friend's channel. My friend who I've brought onto the channel here before. Done lots of like back scratching with her, hair play and stuff. Her channel is called Soft Whispers. She's Egyptian and she's the most beautiful, relaxing voice. I love her videos. She doesn't put one up in a bit, but I love them. And I love her so much. I haven't seen her for a long time and I miss her. What other channels did I watch in the beginning? I'm trying to think. Do you guys have any favourites from when you first started watching ASMR? Like any channels that got you into ASMR as like the first channel you came across, or and it might be new. It could be like in the last year that you came across ASMR. For me, it was I think 7-8 years ago. Does it say there 7G? It's amazing how these are all different sizes and shapes, all to fit different frames. So there are a total of 10 cases in this video, so we've gone through 8, so I'm going to have number 9. Okay. 9. Like this super scratchy, fake kind of rolling stones, always very so good. So it's got some pink and orange, purple and white kind of designs in the background. Like they're not quite straight lines, they're kind of abstract. And then these kind of transparent, fake kind of rhinestones lined up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This one's kind of like 12, 13, 14, 15. I'm pretty sure I've missed the correct lines, but about 17-ish lines there. This would have been smarter to start from here. Ooh, you can even look at like how they kind of curve around and create lines. There's another one. And then it just goes straight, straight, straight. Okay, let's pop this out again. And see the inside of this case. Ooh, bit of a squeaky scratch. So you can really feel the texture here. It's very slight, but you can feel it. And hear it. You really can't see it very well on camera. It's even hard to see with my eyes. It's hard to see, but there is just this tiny texture there. So it kind of reminds me of like a sherbet ice cream, or like a not ice cream, like a sherbet. Like, do you remember that ice cream long time ago called like rainbow sherbet? This is what this reminds me of, the colouring. Rainbow sherbet. I haven't seen that like in so long. Have you ever seen that kind of ice cream? My favourite kind of ice cream is mint and chip. I can go through 2 half-gallons of that in a week easily. The half-gallons are like the big, circular containers, or like the containers like this. I can down 2 of those easily in a week, no problem. I try to, like when I have access to them, I try to aim for more like 1.5 of those tubs in a week. But I could easily eat more. Easily. I'll eat almost any version of mint and chip ice cream. Because there's lots of different versions of it out there. I also do love cookies and cream ice cream. Oh my gosh, you guys, there's this place here, not too far from where I live. What's the name of it? I think it considers itself like, it's some kind of name like gelato, like a play on gelato. I don't know if it actually is gelato though, it just seems like ice cream to me. But we're in Egypt, so who knows, right? But the most delicious ice cream, is it like Stelvata? Maybe you guys know, if you're from Egypt, you know what I'm talking about. They have this ice cream. Oh my gosh, it's like caramel, how do they describe it? Salted caramel. It's crazy good. It's like creamy as anything. It's deliciously sweet and salty, and it's just like, oh my gosh, I want to eat it so badly right now. It's so good. A friend of mine introduced me to this place, and it's like there's different locations here and there throughout Egypt. I don't know if it's from a different country also, but I see it here and there now, and I always get that salted caramel. Oh my gosh, delicious. You know, I found that in Egypt, when you go to get ice cream, it's like really small portions. Like the cup is, I'm not exaggerating, like the cup is small. Like this is the size of the like circular part, and it only goes like that deep. Like it's a little circle, and I'm used to eating a bowl of ice cream. And yes, I know it's like extra for me. I know that's more than most people eat, but I do. I eat an entire bowl of ice cream. All my friends and family can attest to this. And sometimes I do that multiple times a day. And so when I go and it's like this little thing, I'm like, what? This is like I could eat like this in like less than 30 seconds. Like just, and the spoons are like really tiny. I want like so much more than they give. But it's probably good that they only give small portions here. It's probably healthier, you know. In the US we get like really big portions of ice cream usually. So the little tiny cup that they give, I'm like, is this a sample? And it's like fairly expensive, that place in particular, but most places aren't that expensive, but it's just so small. Like there's not even an option sometimes for a bigger cup. There is an option for a bigger cup at this particular place, and I got it recently. I got the double scoop amount. It's amazing. It's pretty rich though, I will say. I think I could have handled like 1.5 scoops perfectly. 2 was actually a bit more because it's so, it's like a caramel, it's like rich. Whereas like mint and chip, I could just give me a whole plate bowl, it doesn't matter. Because it's like more light and refreshing. It's not like heavy or rich really. What is your favorite kind of ice cream? I'm very curious. You guys have a favorite? If you want to answer that also in the comments, feel free to. I would like to know. You can put the number of your favorite case and next to it your favorite ice cream. So if your favorite case is 3, like if mine was 3, I'll put 3 mint chip. So guys, I'm going to be traveling soon, so there could be a bit of a randomness in my posting, but that's why. I have been posting longer videos the last 2 or 3. I just kind of wanted to test that out, because I feel like you guys tend to like them longer. It makes sense, it's ASMR, you know, you want to rest to it, relax to it, fall asleep to it. You don't want it to like end while you're about to fall asleep, you know. So I've asked you previously though if you prefer 2 shorter videos in a day or 1 longer, and most people voted for 2 shorter, but you tend to watch the longer ones more. So I'm going to try it just a bit, just want to see how that goes. It does kind of help me focus in on like a theme more, and give me a bit more focus time on the videos when it's like one focused theme in a day, and I can make it longer. But we'll try. I just want to try it a bit and see how it goes for you guys and for me. So yeah, let me know your feedback. I know that many of you said you do when I did like a vote on the community tab. So not everyone got to vote, of course, but of those that did vote, quite a few of you really liked the 2 a day, even if they were shorter, which kind of surprised me, because I would think it'd be a bit hard to watch 2 in a day, but maybe it just gives you more variety. You can choose the one you like the most to watch or something, I don't know. Number 10. This was not on purpose. I didn't remember that like the ice cream one was next. It's because I was talking about that one looking like ice cream, like rainbow sherbet. But this one has a little shaky ice cream on it. This is a non-textured surface. It gives a really nice tapping sound. So this is number 10. I'll go over them with you at the end of the video so you can see the cases and the numbers with them. Or if you want to, there's likely some sweet person that's written down the timestamps for each cell phone if you want to click and watch them that way and remind yourself. So this has white and kind of a periwinkle stripes in the background of this clear transparent case. There's kiwi, strawberry, more kiwi up here. Apparently just one random strawberry and then one random happy face. Some stars here and there. Some of that kind of iridescent rainbowy glittery star stuff. I never noticed there's a little face in there, the two eyes and the little nose. So there's an orange cone, the yellow ice cream with the rainbow sprinkles. Actually, quite a few of you voted on this one in the no talking version. I was surprised actually, because it's last, you know, so you can't have the see to the end, or maybe they did the timestamp thing to see, but and it's so random. But I like the sounds. It's got lots of great sounds. It's got this bit of a kind of a glossy finish on this plastic bit here. This does not have texture, neither does this. 3D cone. I wonder if that helps when you're holding it. I don't think so. My favourites are the one that's like blue and purple marble with some like gold throughout it, and then the one with all the like French breakfast items. I also really love the like this. I think the one with the like the bubbles that look like little contact lenses. I like that too. So I'm so curious to hear what your favourites are. Just little taps, tap 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 tap. Little taps. So yeah, again, these are the fake nails. These are the natural. In this video, it's not like the Olympics where I'm like focused in on one sound at a time, so you can compare. In the Olympics video, I like spend time on one type of nail, so you hear what the natural nail sounds like, and then I switch over, so you can really hear the difference in the sounds. But of course, for this video, I'm just going at the same time, so you can't really hear the difference as much. 10. Okay. 9. 8. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 6. Okay, and then 5, 5, 4, 4, 3, 2. I like this one too, but I think I just really like how it looks. 2 has this inside. Okay, and then 1. Yeah, please tell me the correct name if I got it wrong. This. Okay, you guys. I really hope you enjoyed the video. I'm gonna kind of lay them out so you can hear all of the tops of them as I say goodbye with you. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for sticking with me this whole video. Okay, so we've got a good mix of sounds. So yeah, you can write your favourite number, the number that is your favourite, and I'll add them up in like about a week later. I'll announce the winner. In that case, we'll get its own video. And you can also pick your favourite kind of ice cream if you want. Okay, you guys, have a great rest of your day or night. I hope to see you in the next video. Bye for now.